So I'm out and about walking. I'm broke. Don't have a bit of money to me. I was helped out, some days ago, but what little was given, of course, didn't last. And was about on my way out of town when I have no provisions, and I just can't do it without having the right money and provisions. I mean, I can. It's on faith, and I've done it before. And I may have to do it again. But nonetheless, I'm still back in town, Chillicothe, my hometown. Gonna head out to the ramp and do what I had to do to survive out in Belton, Missouri. And that's fly sign. Panhandle. This good looking white boy out there doesn't look like he should be panhandling, and he's got 3 family members right here in town that's banned him and shunned him and cast him out and tried to make him something he's not, and shunned me away, and were doing evil works to me and blaming me for it and using sexual immorality as an excuse, or drugs, or whatever bullshit reason that don't hold water whatsoever. They'd use those excuses, and none of them work. I've proven myself over and over. People know what I'm about, the people that really watch me. And I look real twacked out, you know what I mean? If I do, I handle my shit well. And I do, no matter what. And it's nobody's fucking business, on the other hand. But that's not what I'm about. I'm of the Most High, and I'm here to do a message. And my humiliation process in the past, and the sexual exploitation of my body, angelic body, has been exploited, sold into slavery, and trafficked. And I know this. Humiliation, while I knew it was happening. And as I'm going through this process, numbing myself with, something that helped numb me so I could get through it, God allowed these things and my sins, or what you guys call sins, which are my purpose-driven life, because my life has been predestined because of my DNA and my incarnation for the 3rd time. This is why I've ascended. And I'm figuring all this out in 4 years. I've been battling a 13-year battle, spiritual, psychological warfare battle with my family and my ex-wife and everybody that they can muster to pay or turn against me and exploit me or try to destroy me. And within 4 years, I'm figuring all this stuff out. I'm seeing the betrayals 13 years ago, but I'm figuring it all out. And also coming to know my identity. So, as a young kid, I've had the worst influences in my life. My siblings were the worst. Pushing drugs and alcohol in my face. Get me drunk at 5 or 6. High, and they're all, judgmental of me now. And they're the ones, that cast me out. But they've done it for a reason. It's this inheritance bullshit. And there's more inheritance than the inheritance, and it's mine. And that's why I'm still here. Anyway, I'm having to go, I got 3 family members, all of them. I had to get the truth and information about me being a Stargate child, me being in this government program, of course, getting gang stalked. I knew it was happening, and of course, that's within the last 5-6 years, me figuring all that out. And also that I'm an empath, and because of the Stargate program, I'm being used. They're using me like I'm a piece of fucking meat. Who the fuck do they think they are? They're using an angel of the Most High. It's unbelievable. It's what I'm being told. That's what I know myself. And with the spiritual gifts that He's given me and the miracles that have come through me from Him, I know. And there's other people that know. And everybody knows. All it has to do with vibration and energy. And I see everything. I see energy. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about survival. And this is the shit I had to do out last winter. Last January and February out in Belton, Kansas City area, to survive. Homeless. Here I'm back home a 3rd time for my family. The 2nd time was come back after my Kansas City trip. That was the 2nd time back, and then this is the 3rd time being drugged back from Georgia. And, being lied to about this spiritual inheritance I have, and my identity. And them just playing stupid. Everybody's playing stupid. Everybody I know is playing stupid, and they're all doing it for me. For my elevation, my ascension, or for my destruction. Well, there's two ways to look at it. They can't destroy me, so they're fucked. Welcome to my world, guys, because you can't even fathom. And there ain't nothing that can defeat me or break me, and you all know that. But two, trying to figure out my identity and get the truth that I've been dragging out of people like my dad, and had to do the unthinkable that I've never done and lay hands on him that I had to get the information from him. Scared the daylights out of him, and it got the information, the truth I needed. All the information that I've been trying to get and having to exploit myself while being exploited, and also humiliate myself and go through this ascension humiliation process, this masculine, feminine, masculine, you know, parts of my identity that I didn't even know I was a part of. And I'm being called fag and all kinds of bullshit names, and it's my perfectness is what it's being made fun of, and my big peace in my heart and my peace. Anyway, I'm out here, 3 family members all, you know, put restraining orders on me because I had to do what I had to do to my dad. And this is my whole life, 41 years they've lied to me about, that I'm prying the information out of my dad. He deserved it, and I deserve the truth. And I did not deserve to get all these restraining orders. I didn't do nothing to my mom, I didn't do nothing to my sister, I didn't even talk to my fucking sister in 3 years. And this shit's going down. My brother's in town last week, he's still playing his fucking games too. Went out there Kansas City last February, and to be shunned by my uncle and my brother. Treated like complete shit. A part of a test? Well, you guys are good at acting, you're fucking dicks. Or is it real true betrayal? No, it's prophecy, it's true betrayal. I think they really tried fucking me. Or maybe not. Either way, I gotta see it as both. And I've got supposed to be as much like Jesus as I can. I'm not even anywhere close to him. I give him all glory, the Most High. He's my king and my shepherd. And I don't even stand knee-high to fucking grasshopper to him. And if it wasn't for him, I would not be possible. And I am not enjoying my chosen job as a chosen one, because it's probably been one of the most strenuous and hellacious tests that anybody's had to ever undergo. And I'm being told it is. I should be working for the CIA and firing people. Anyway, I'm having to walk out to the exit ramp and play this fucking sign and stand there like a homeless person that I am. I'm homeless, waiting for the Miss Perfect to walk into my life, and my life to change, my abundance to break free, and playing it, and having to fucking play these games with my family over substances and what I'm doing that are materialistic bullshit in this world that I have no fucking problem with at all, and prove it over and over and over and over, but they pick at anything they friggin' can. All of society does. And they're sitting there spying on me. You fucking sick fucks. Chasing me, harassing me, stalking me. What the fuck, man? You guys, and I'm the wrong one? I had to go through this testing and this endurance for you guys, and I'm being called a faggot and bad names and all this shit, and it's not true at all. I'm something you guys could never be, or something you guys could never do is what I've done. And none of you out here are at all preaching the Lord's message. You're sitting with your thumbs up your asses or your heads up your asses, thinking you're king shit, chasing people or masterminding and telling others what to fucking do. It's pathetic, and it's so New World Order. That's gang stalking program in 2012. And of course, me being part of Stargate, I'm going to be in that program. I'm an empath, and I'm of the Most High. I'm an enemy of the devil. And they want me contained, and they can't contain me. They're fucked. I'm protected, I know who I am, and the shit's gonna roll downhill my way. I ain't stopping, you're gonna have to kill me first. I mean, nothing, I'm about to march out of this damn town. But I ain't doing that, I shouldn't have to. My money should be here waiting for me, so should my soulmate. I've been waiting my whole fucking life for. By getting ditched by girls that I was good to, and fucked over, and cheated on. All but maybe 2 that weren't, I guess, complete hoes, and maybe the last one wasn't. I don't know. It's all a test, right? But, you know, I'm a little pissy here lately. I want to apologize to some people, I've had conversations with on the phone, or maybe a text message shooting shitty stuff at them or him. And, you know, he knows my situation. I don't think I have to tell him shit. He's probably laughing at me because this is a test. But that's the way I should be, is I should be real. And as a test, it should be totally real for me. And it is. And you're getting real results. You're getting it raw. You're getting untamed. And a little ball of fire. With a big piece in his heart. And his... we know where. Anyway, I'm not being conceited. I'm just trying to make some humor of my shitty existence, because believe me, this sucks, not knowing and trying to figure this shit out, and, you know, living on the streets and not having any real tangible anchor to anything, and figuring this shit out for the last 13 years of your life. So you've been seeing this stuff go on around you, the betrayals, the heartache, the bullshit being thrown at you that you didn't deserve. And I never have. You know, I'm waiting for the love of my life, whoever she is. She knows. She's been watching. I've had more than multiple messages telling me that, and I feel something. I feel like she is. I don't know who she is, but God's gonna make her beautiful, because we got a mission to do, and that's what I've also been told, and that's what I will do until I'm dead. I knew I would take a bullet before I even knew any of this for God. I was born again at 12 years old, saved, and from that point on, you know, I've always been deep in my faith and would take a bullet for Jesus. And the simple fact I've actually had to think about that was when I thought, what if I was left behind? What if I wasn't good enough for God? And the whole time I was perfect for God. And He's allowed me to walk through this shit for you guys, to expose this shit, and I'm out here exposing it. I had to expose myself, humiliate myself for you all, to bring in the kingdom of heaven. And this is a big part of it. I'm a catalyst. I'm huge. I'm starting to get there. I think my numbers are squandered. I think I'm right. My intuition tells me a lot, and He does. He tells me everything. So I'm out here, Highway 36 in Chillicothe. A fly sign, this good looking white boy. It doesn't look like he belongs out there, but we're going out there anyway. I did the other day. I made $9, maybe 30 minutes. $9 and 30 minutes. But, you know, I'm shooting a video and I'm doing it for a point. I'm also seeing how kind and generous people are to give it to, you know, somebody in need. Some money. Go fly a sign. See how generous people are in this world. It's pretty shitty. See how many kind hearts there still is out there. And there is a lot. You know, there is. Don't get me wrong. But with a lot of good, there's a lot of bad. And the realms right now are paper thin. And demons are affecting people. It's happening in my family, or a test. And I don't know. I am the test. That's what you all don't understand. You know, as they're picking and fussing over bullshit, I'm here battling this bullshit, and I got demons I'm, you know, battling on the other side. And then I got my family and their cheap shots and this gang stalking. I don't know how many people against me, or, you know, try to sabotage me but can't take me, because they can't break me, because my will. And if my will is to do all this, take the mission trips I've had to take, and I'm this strong and I still ain't broken and given up and said, fuck you, I quit. I have. As a matter of fact, I did the other day. But I haven't. Why? Because I got a duty to do for the Most High, and I know who I am. And if I wasn't Him, then I am now. And I've always been a part of the plan. I just didn't know it. And either lied to my whole life for the ways of, you know, detrimental ways through my family, and tried to instill my inheritance, really truly betrayals, and they really have done this, and or it's a test, and it's a true life test, see, you know, a Christ test, to see who can be the most holy and still stand up and physically withstand and emotionally, spiritually ascend, and still forgive and love and do all the things that we all should do as Christians, but most fall short of. We all fall short of. We're sinners. That's the way it is. You know, we all fall short of the glory of God, but who is there to save us is our Lord Jesus Christ. And as a lot of you guys look at me like you hate me or whatnot, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I'm walking through my shadow work. I've had to walk through the shadow work. I had to go through this to be able to get where I'm at. I would not have been able to go get where I'm at right now in this point if it wasn't for the shadow work I had to walk through. That wasn't sin, it was for purpose. And I knew the whole time it was happening. While people thought I was oblivious, I've been awake the whole fucking time. And it's just more awakening and more awakening. And now I'm full blown. You can't lie to me. Nobody can lie to me. I see through the bullshit. I don't have to think I know. And I've never been like that. But I don't have to think anymore. I know who I am. You know, the shadow work, believe me, it's humiliation. It wasn't me. I had to wear a mask because my friggin' life was hijacked. Or a part of a story. And it was done with mind control, curses, fucking CIA programs, behavioral modification programs done through gang stalking. God gave me all the answers. I was attacked here 4 years ago with missiles aimed right at me, ready to blow me off the fucking map, and they tried to. But I was too strong. And now I'm unstoppable. They knew. It's too late. I'm going to bring in prophecy like it's supposed to, and I hope there's, you know, I'm the catalyst and the others follow behind me. I don't care what you think about me. The shadow work, it will be over when you guys allow me to rise. Quit playing the fucking games. Anyway, I'm going to go make some money on the exit ramp. Hopefully I'll get some money. I'm going to report back here later maybe. And I just want to do a quick update. McDonald's Chillicothe exit ramp 3665 South. Trent Edwards, 144. Signing off. Love you guys.